When I was still director of an institute at Missouri Botanical Garden, we did Caucasus Red List, and we had worked with many colleagues here. And then we started to work on ethnobotany, so how people use plants in the Caucasus, and found that it was a particularly interesting environment and that it would merit to do more scientific work. So finally in 2017, I decided to leave Missouri Botanical Garden as director and with colleagues here to start an institute here in Georgia, because we believe that this is the best place in the world to work in our science. First of all, I'm a botanist and ecologist, and one base of our work is a good plant collection. And the National Herbarium of Georgia is the very best collection in the whole region, so we have a very good base. Then Georgia is a very diverse country. Ethnically, it's a very biodiverse country. Many people know how to use plants. There is a very long tradition of course, of making wine, of using plants as food. Lots of influences have come through Georgia along the Silk Road. The population is extremely educated, which makes working very easy because everybody understands what you want to work about. The colleagues are excellent, meaning there's a lot of capacity in botanical taxonomy, in phytochemistry, and so on, which makes it very easy to advance once you have a work baseline. And of course, there's a lot of innovation in Georgia, so it was very easy to start a new institute. And from this perspective, it was a great way to start a new large ethnobotany program. Also, Georgia is in many ways the center of the world, at least the center of the Eurasian world. It's very easy to get to. People can easily come, you have good connections to all over the world. Ilia Uni and of course the Institute of Botany allowed us to establish a new institute. And Ilia Uni has always been a place of innovation, recognizing which disciplines could have a big potential worldwide. And by allowing us to establishing an institute, it formed a base for this success. This is a very interesting project of colleagues at Stanford University who check every year which scientists in all the world, in all disciplines, have been cited most. So who reads our work, who uses our work for other publications. And they look only at journal articles. So they do not even look at our very big book production, it's only journal articles. Stanford University chose us because lots of people in the whole world read our work and then use it as base for their own publications. So colleagues all around the world have cited what we have written before. We also have recently done a lot of very huge book publications on ethnobotany in all the mountains in the world. But this is not even included. So our real publication record is much bigger than what is included in this study, which means the effort in Ilia is even more important than it shows. Because I started as an ecologist, working on African mountain forests, and then went from Africa to South America, where I got into people and plants, and then from there to the US, and then now I'm over here. So it was many steps. And I think the most important one was always to work with people who recognized potential in all of these countries, and of course here at the Institute of Botany. But I always decided to do what I was interested in and what would most benefit the human population, because I think ethnobotany is really what you could call a science of survival. We all need plants. We need old land races to prepare for climate change, for example. We need plants for medicine. And we see it as our responsibility to document what is there. And then, first of all, give it back to the local population. Industrial plant production is always many years behind what happens on the ground. Why do I say that? A farmer needs always to eat. So they always try to prepare for climate change, for other influences. And will have always seeds that will grow, which is much more important than having a genetically modified seed that is based on technology 20 years ago. So I think we will need our traditional knowledge to survive. And our science will be one of the most important ones in 20 or 50 years. The Institute of Botany and our ethnobotany department very fast are becoming a world center for this science and are being approached by lots of other colleagues from other disciplines to give them advice and to collaborate. So I think this can be really a stellar institution within Ilia Uni on a long run.